Okay. Sorry about that. Without further ado, I had stated that I was going to come back on. I said 5 or 10 minutes, but I'm here. Now, what I did do in the midst of that was I'm about to show you. I juiced. And what this is watermelon and pears. I was going to do watermelon and cucumbers. I purchased a whole bunch of fruits the other day. Let me do the intro, and then I get this ball game on the road. Okay? So, Ohana's. We are family. I got all my brothers and sisters and me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and dance. We are family. You know why? Because I said so. Okay, so I did my intro. And as I was stating, I said I was going to come back on after I finished my exercise. I kept my word, okay? But I said 5 to 10 minutes. But in the midst of that, I said, you know what? As I was saying, I had purchased a lot of fruits a couple of days ago. It was Sunday. Yeah. And what I have in here is some watermelon and pears. Watermelon and pears. I bought some watermelon, pears, peaches, orange, cucumbers, grapes, the green and purple. And if I left something out, oh, peaches, if I didn't say it, peaches. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to start juicing. So the other day, hello, visual data, hello, welcome coming through the door. I'm just sharing some things that I do, what I'm talking about. Hello, Maria. Do you prefer cookie dough or dildo? Okay. Please don't come through here talking, saying no crazy stuff, okay? I'm just really saying that because I'm on here talking about something interesting. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can remove yourself from the premises. I'm on here talking about juice, okay? Fruits, okay? I just got on here. Why is people so rude? Somebody just said, do you like cookie dough or dildo? That's sick. Here we go. And so I said I was going to come back in on here. And I'm gonna ignore some of the things that is going on in the comments. Yes, it is time to pray, Mary. I agree with you. I agree with you. And I could say it short one, real quick, fast, in a hurry, if you don't mind. And it don't have to be fast, but I'm gonna say, Heavenly Father, for those of us that is in the need of prayer, standing in the need of prayer, and those that is not, heal us, Heavenly Father. Touch us from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet. We need this nation to be as a one. We are one. We're supposed to be. God created all of us to be the image of what he created us to be. And if people want to continue to live the life that they choose, that's their business and not mine, and I'm not the one to judge. So on this day, terrific testimonial Tuesday, in the mighty name of Jesus, touch us, Heavenly Father. Touch anyone that is sick, homeless, going through, trying to get through, been through, and struggling. Okay, so I'm saying all that in the mighty name of our Jesus. Amen. Tracy, question. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm glad you came through. That made me feel good knowing that you did that, Mary. Jesus' mom. But anyhow, I watched that biblical story the other day. Mary and Joseph, and then another one. But anyhow, in the midst of that, I said I was coming back on. It's story time. If you was on earlier, if not, you can check out the video that I did about maybe an hour ago now. You'll see like me exercising. Okay, so that's what I typically come on here and talk about my weight loss journey and other things. No, I ain't trying to be a boring type of person to talk about certain things, but I will say this: like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notification if you want to know why. If you come through chicken rice, yes, we can say that corn pop, chicken rice, chicken fried rice. That sounds good. Respectfully, I don't care if you say anything, just respectfully. My dimples. Okay, again, if you're coming through here saying something sarcastic, can you make red beans and rice? Yes, I can. I don't have no problem with that. Is it pink? Is what pink? Is what pink? Okay, respectfully. Okay, so anyhow, I wanted to come back on here and talk about what I was talking about before I end the live. If you haven't watched it, feel free to go back, hashtag replay. Hey girl, hey. Thank you, Pop Corp, CORX. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. That's okay. Okay, that's okay. Someone come through here. I'm gonna say this. You know what? And from now on, I'm gonna see. I'm not a tit for tat person, and I know there's trolls. I know there's weirdos. That's really sick. That's sick. That is sick. You mean to tell me you taking that much of your time? You taking that much of your time to come through somebody's live post to just be weird? I'm a grown woman. You don't bother me. You don't offend me. But you're weird. You're weird. Thank you, MXSERY. I appreciate it. You're weird. See, it don't touch me, but you know what? You got so many different people coming up and through here. You don't know what no one's going through. And you coming through talking about, is this pink? Is that pink? Do you eat chicken wings with fries and all this stuff? No. If you want to know what I'm talking about, pay attention, please. I'm not for everyone, but I'm for someone. Weird. I'm so serious. Weird. And as I was saying, you don't offend me. Trust and believe. I brought that topic up because it is weird. Sometimes my grandkids be on this live, and one of them, if you see or saw a video, a couple of videos, we do lives, and she like to talk about God. Now she's 9 years old, okay? Not nobody forcing her to do it. She can walk right in here right now. She don't even know I'm on live. I got my bedroom door closed. She's in the living room, and you want to sit up there and say some buffoonery stuff like that with a child being on live? Yes, this world needs prayers. Mm-hmm. Prayers. But see, God judges, not me. I'm speaking the topic and I'm talking facts. But you know what? God sent people for reasons and seasons and lessons and blessings. And I might be a messenger of His. Okay? Think about that. Somebody, I just timed them out. See, I don't need a moderator. And trust and believe me, I'm an adult. You want to know how old? Yes. Anyone? Anyone? I'm being transparent as can be. And another thing, I'm gonna say this because I said I was coming back on here finishing my story. I put a thumbnail. I like to go live. I don't edit nothing. You see me in the flesh. And when I start back going in the gym, you're gonna see everything again. Check out some of my videos from maybe going on 9 months now. I was in the gym. You see the top of my head to the top of my feet, because you ain't gonna see the bottom of my feet because I'm standing on it. And you'll see me. I'm not hiding behind nothing. I'm being a real person, but also at the same token, I'm on here. I have another channel, Mona's Vegan Lifestyle, and I actually started talking more so about people that were suffering from suicidal thoughts, depression, and anxiety, and I done touched a lot of people's lives. What difference am I from anybody that's up the corporate ladder, talking, doing podcasts, motivational speakers and stuff like that? Everybody's voice should be heard. So being that I said that, that's the last thing I said before I ended my live before this one. I didn't have a voice. I didn't. I'm 58 to be exact. I have 4 children. Yes. I didn't have a voice at all. Reason why I'm sharing this is because, as I said earlier, besides some of the hate, you have a pretty good community. Thank you so much. See, pop pop. I mean, I'm trying to stay healthy. Like I share with everyone, I'm not trying to be all over the place because I'm reading comments, and I love when people come through and chat with me too. You can share the videos, thumb my video up, hit your notifications if you want to know why. Because, honey, come on, we're going to do this. I don't have no problem with sharing my story. And as I was saying, it ain't always been this way. Ain't nobody's life peaches and roses and ice creams and cakes. My thing is this: we all going through something, been through something, going to go through something, and been through it and got through it and every damn thing else. And I'm one of them. That's why I say I didn't have a voice. You couldn't tell now because I'm my own person. It's time for people to stop holding everybody else accountable for the actions they done, because once you become an adult, we can defy who we want to be. You might have did this to me when I was young. Okay? I broke generational curses in the midst of pain, suffering, and all. And I'm going to continue to work on me. No one, I don't give a darn who it is, going to make me feel less of a person than I have been, because I've allowed that to happen to me before. We shouldn't do that. We have one life to live. Live your life to the fullest. And that's where I'm at in my life. I don't let a lot of wasted time go that you cannot get back. But you still don't have to be there. Okay? I'm saying that, and I mean this wholeheartedly. No one has to believe anything I'm saying. I am using my voice, my platform, my community for it to be out there. You see so many people that are on these social media platforms that are content creators. We all know what people doing. Social media influencers, right? Everybody have their own chapters, topics, things that they like to share, what have you. But there's nothing wrong from time to time when you have a different person. Everybody do something different. When you have a different person that want to come through the door and bring whatever they want to bring. And I have changed somebody's life. This is the truth. My Mona Vegan Lifestyle, I wish I could find it live. If I do take the time to go all the way down, I can share it on this wall, but it's going to take a while, okay? Because I used to do a lot of talking over there. I used to do my cooking, vegan life. And like I said, when I got off this live, I went in the kitchen, and this right here is some watermelon and pear. If I said peaches earlier, it's pear, okay? And I said, you know what? I've been trying to do raw fruits in the morning. Leave it to be if it's juice, but this is juice. I haven't eaten nothing today. This is kind of like, okay, it's almost 12 o'clock, 1 minute for being 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, my time. In the I'm getting back there. Let me say that. A couple of years ago, yes. As I said, weight loss journey. And I don't have nothing against nobody eating no meat and stuff, because I ain't all in there perfect. But at one time, I wasn't eating meat at all. at all. And it wasn't a hard process for me because pork, I haven't had pork. Woo, I'm gonna say over 7 years. Okay, pork. Why? I don't know. I just haven't had it. I was eating chicken, hamburger, and fish and shrimp. Then I left the chicken alone. Hmm. Then I left the hamburger alone. Hmm. And I was eating shrimps and fish. Then I gradually went into being plant based. Oftentimes people think vegan and plant based is the same. Well, it's kind of, but not all the way. And vegetarian and vegans is different too. Yes, because there's certain things that vegetarians eat that people don't eat that's vegan. Just put that out there. Disclaimer: no, I ain't no health nut or what you call it, dietitian. I'm just a person to share my experiences. In the midst of that, I share with everyone health problems that I have and what I'm doing about it. Testimonial Tuesday. I'm an overcomer of high blood pressure, which is hypertension. Hmm. I had that. I no longer have it. I went on my weight loss journey starting in 2020, June to July of 2020. I went on my spiritual all in walk journey. I want to say it was November of 2020. And when I tell you, this is my truth, okay? That helped me. I said earlier in 2017, these are two different times, so I'm not contradicting. I started with my brokenness of healing, meaning I lost my husband, my kid's father. Okay, Father's Day, which was June 18, 2017. This is where it started with me starting. Okay, I had somebody say the most horriblest thing to me, and when that person said that to me, I was done. Mm-mm. I was done, and I didn't get to mourn or grieve. Well, a lot of people that is vegan, they eat or drink, they eat like milk, certain wheats and oats and uh, certain things. Like people that is vegan, they pretty much like to eat fruits and make their things from natural things like beans and. I watched Tabitha Brown. If you haven't watched her, you can follow her. No, she ain't asked me to do this. I'm just trying to get to explaining. And I saw some of the most amazing recipes she made, like with mushrooms. There's so many different mushrooms, and there's mushrooms that have like that meaty like texture, and it's all about seasoning your foods and vegetables. You can take beans and just all kinds of things to make it look delicious. Tabitha Brown, you can look her up. So that's the best way I can explain it. Okay. As I was saying, I didn't get to grieve or mourn, and I don't think I ever have. And maybe sometimes you don't need to. But then I have my moments where I think about my kid's father, which is my husband. I say that because we was married and we got a divorce, but I was there to help take care of him and help support my kids. We lived together. And that was the only man I should have ever married. He's taking care of me now. So I leave that there. He was in the United States Army. I'm proud to say I was a military wife, young one at that. Girlfriend, I met her when I was 18. Wife, met him when I was 18. We was together almost 2 years. We got married. I had my first child. So that's that. Life. And he's not here. And I think about that all the time. So me saying how he felt about me and I felt about him, there's a reason things happen. And I would always say this. I would never. I don't care. I hadn't did it when he was alive, and I'm not going to start doing it knowing he's not here. Talk bad about him. Never will I. I don't care who I get with. So I say that to say no one needs to ask, what about you in your past? What was your relationship like with your kid's father? Why do people ask that? That's our life and the things we went through. I don't, in my opinion, I don't think no one should ask you anything about what all you've been through with someone. Now, if they ask the question of, have you ever been married? Yes. Do you have children? Yes. But I cannot have no more. I'll leave it there. I don't have to tell you what went wrong in our marriage for me and you to start a relationship. I don't care. That's my belief. Okay? Because what are you trying to reflect by asking me about my past? Sometimes people say, I want to know because of what I might do to trigger our relationship. No, each relationship is different. And if you care and love someone, I'm gonna tell you the main key thing is communication. Talk to that person. If you feel like you and that person is drifting apart, y'all need to talk. Because actually, it might not be as bad as you say or think. So I say that to say it's key. I ain't sitting up here being fake. Example, I can use a small example. Me and my kid's father, what happened to us happened to us. I went to marriage counseling. I wanted to go to counseling. I wanted to see what was wrong that I could have been doing. Here we go. Take accountability. That's key. And I would talk. You know, you sit on somebody's couch. I don't have no problem sitting on somebody's couch. I'm talking about someone to counsel me, therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, minister, pastor, reverend, teacher, another person. Because there's multiple sides to a story. The truth, the lie, yours, his. Okay? Truth, lie, yours, and his. That's how I feel. And so I'm not going to start lying on no one. What happened to us, he knows, I know, and he apologized to me before he left this world. Okay? It wasn't cheating. Let me just put that out there. Wasn't no infidelity. So I moved forward on that. I loved him. He loved me. And honestly, that's the first person. And I know God loves me. I'm a child of God. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the first person I ever felt love from. So when he left here and I was there for my children, I didn't have nobody. But here we go again. I done said this before, and I'm gonna continue to say it this way. I didn't have nobody in the physical um, being, like in person. I should say it like that. I had to think of the right word. But I had someone from a distance, okay, who was a friend. Nothing messing around. I don't care. Even if I was talking to somebody, I was, but I wasn't. What? I was moving on from that person. That person was not good for me. That person kept me stagnant and kept me in my head and kept me wondering. I knew it wasn't love. It wasn't. But see, the thing of it is, I'm not bashing that person. I won't put nobody's name on it, but I will say this. I take accountability for allowing myself to go through that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And so with me doing that, that's a part of healing. I'm not going to sit up there and point the finger at you and don't look at me for what I may have done or could have done to not be there no more. And I say that to say, I know I didn't do nothing. Mm-mm. No. But I did do something. I allowed that to happen. You get what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing like really, but I did something to myself. I broke me. I broke myself. I allow myself to go through that. I allow myself. So accountability, you have to take accountability to your action, because if you want to be mistreated, okay. But if you know you really don't want to be mistreated, you want to be loved, you want somebody to love you, care for you, it starts with you loving yourself and you wanting that right person. Don't settle, okay? That's what I'm saying. And I did because I wanted acceptance. And I wanted acceptance because I didn't never feel that way until my kid's father. Straight true, not no excuse. Okay? This is the truth. So me owning up to what I allowed myself to go through because of what I went through, I take action. I take accountability, and in the midst of that, you whoop yourself. You beat yourself up. And so what I did, I pulled myself from that. I did. Like my mom always said, you got to be the one. So you can ask this person, that person for suggestions. Girl, what did you do? How did you do this and that and the other? And ain't nothing wrong with that. But when it's all said and done, you got to move forward for you. And that's why I said in the previous video today I made, I started doing some soul searching. And when I say I detox myself from the cell phone, from social medias, I did that. Okay. And there was a cutoff time where I didn't be on my phone. I started exercising, I started walking, and I was living with my daughters. They have vehicles. This is not me bashing them, because this is not no sympathy thing. I could ask either one. Could I use the car or could they take me? I know they would have. See, this is being truthful. But why would I do that? My daughter used to live around all kinds of amenities. And when I tell you they like, whoo, right across the street, okay? The apartment complex she stayed at was a main strip. You had, I'm gonna start with the gym. From the gym, you had the Dollar Tree, you had Joann's, then you go on around with JC Penney's, used to be Dick's Hardware, then Payless, then you had Targets, okay? Then you had this Phillips 66, you had this, they built a urgent care mattress firm, then you had this auto mechanic place, then you had this Quick Trip, Walmart, on down the thing was the mall, Kohl's, Ross, Marshalls. Why? So I'm saying this was my time to walk, get exercise, go places. And at the time, I used to smoke cigarettes. Yes, I did. I smoked cigarettes. I haven't had a cigarette going on almost 4 years. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo. Cold turkey stopped. I started walking, exercising. And I used to say, somebody probably think I'm going to meet up with somebody. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. I would go to that gas station. It's true. And I would buy me maybe something to drink, my cigarettes. But I didn't believe in walking and smoking cigarettes. What the heck? Who does that? I don't. So if I sat somewhere like at a stop for a minute, I just sit out there. They had a wall. I sit out there for a long time, watching the cars, the breeze, in the shade. If it might have been a little hot, and just think and be to myself. I didn't have no cell phone on. I had it with me, but I didn't have it on. That was the whole point. Where am I going to go walking for and sit down somewhere to get on my cell phone? This is what I'm saying. I would go shoe shopping. They had a Payless shoe store. It's no longer there. And I would go in there and try on beautiful shoes and just Dollar Tree. And I lost weight. And in the midst of that, I let God use me and move me. And this was all in December, I want to say, of 2017 is really when I actually started, November to December. And I was able to complete completely get out of debt. I had started, but I was kind of at a stagnant because when you have people that you are helping and doing this, that, and the third, it was holding me back. I cut the cord. And when I cut that cord, it allowed me to clear my mind and do what I needed to do. Because, see, I'm not asking God, please help me. He already knew. But I allowed God to move in me and be in me so I can do what I needed to do. Basically, it was my strength, okay? I'm saying this. Have I be? Did you hear me bashing anyone? But this is my story. Tell yours, okay? Get it out respectfully. You can. But I also say this: if anyone's done anything to you and they still living, I understand there's certain situations you can't be, face to face with a person or in contact with a person. I get that. But if it's something they did, true story here for me, at the age of 17, something happened to me. 17. And I told my mom, and my mom told someone else. Okay. But instead of my mom getting the military involved because he was in the army, he could have got court martial. Court martial. She didn't do nothing. And I had to, I think about it, but I don't live in it. The person's no longer here. I didn't get to tell the person. And I'm saying that to say, let them know what they did to hurt you. And regardless if they apologize or not, your voice is going to be heard. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I was a military, well, I'm still a veteran's wife because the military takes care of me. Um, my kid's father was in the Army, United States Army. He went to the Gulf War. He was in the Army 15 years, got out once, and went into the United States. He was in the Army and Army Reserves. Okay, I had to say it like that. So, yes, I am. And Uncle Sam was taking care of me. Ooh, you better hush your mouth. Like I said, my teen years were amazing. Okay, because I was a 19-year-old mom with my kid's father, but I was an 18-year-old girlfriend slash military wife. And when I say this, that was the one of the best part of my life, other than, of course, we always put God first. So he's gonna be at the top of all. My kid's father and my babies. Okay? Yes, I said that. He was the love of my life, still in my heart. Now, would I move on? Yes, I can move on because he's not here. It's not like I wouldn't attempt, not attempt, but somebody, we get together and hook up, whatever. But yes, I would get married again. I don't have no problem with that. And he would want me to. But see, you fix yourself first. I wasn't broken from him. We went through some things, but I wasn't broken from him. Um, it's a story behind some things, but never was he violent, mean, uh, abused me, and I have been in the past. I'm gonna leave those two there. Cheating and mental stuff. Oh Jesus, I'm not there. So that's why I'm sharing what I'm sharing. Anybody, anybody that's been in a relationship, I'm gonna say over 10 years, okay? I'm gonna say 10 years. I don't care if it's 5, but I'm gonna give it 10 years and think they can't move on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why can't you? Crickets. Why can't you? Why can't you move on? I'm quiet for a minute. Like I said, a moment of silence. That's an excuse. This ain't my opinion. This is the truth. In order for you to heal from anything, oh, you got to start. And I ain't talking about with excuses. I never made an excuse. Just like I said just a few minutes ago, I allow myself. See, it's not that I wanted it to happen, but I stayed. So that's a you got to take accountability. Let me just say it like that. Take accountability because hey, you sitting up there allowing yourself to go through it, and you getting sad and crying and all this that. Now abuse, physical, but the mental part and emotional, that can be really bad, damaging. So each day the load get lighter. Start peeling off those layers of clothes. Tuesday, Testimonial Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Terrific Tuesday. Okay? And this is the truth. You getting this from me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. See, I love when people come through and say this. I'm being honest. I mean, hey, ain't no faking about it over here. I'm on live. Okay. You know what? People tell their stories, they do skits and all this on these platforms. Yes, they do. But honey, are you a lady or a man? It doesn't matter. Because if you a man, let me tell you this. This sister right here, no, men go through things too. Men go through things too. There's good men. My kid's father was a good man. My son's a good man. That's okay. My daughter's husbands, and I say husbands because I got multiple children that's married, and they some good providers and husbands and men's. Men's go through stuff, and I hate it for a person to act like a man that's not supposed to be an emotional person. What the hell? Where they do that at? Let them cry. And you there comforting them. Ain't like they boo-hoo crying every day. Let them shed a tear. Did I say that? Like they said, Jesus wept, didn't he? Jesus wept. He wept for all of us. He wept for all of us. So as I said earlier, and I just said, you got to start. This is watermelon and pear juice. I made some juice when I got off the live earlier from exercising. I haven't had nothing to eat, but that's okay because this is fruits. And I said, you know what? I bought a lot of fruits the other day. I hope I'm saying them all, but if not, I bought pears, peaches, green and purple grapes, oranges, watermelon, cucumbers, and I have some green apples and a few mandarin oranges. And I'm gonna start back on my gold. Here we go again. Oh, it tastes so good too. I juiced it. I juiced it. I have a juicer. Um, my daughter, she hadn't never had juice before, and I gave her some. I juiced some oranges for her and my grandchildren yesterday, and they liked it. She said, "Did they drink it?" I said, "Yeah." Natural. You know what's in it, right? So, as I said, I'm on my journey. Go look at some of my pictures from maybe 7 months ago. My face was more plumper, but it shouldn't have been because thank you so much, Gunsman. That's all I can say. Fernando, Fernando Gunsman, all natural. Yes, share, like the videos if you want to know. No, turn on your post notifications. I come on here, and no, I'm not just on here just sitting down telling boring stuff. I talk about life. I talk about my weight loss journey. I put inspirational. You can go and check out some of the shorts that I put on with Bible clips, verses, scriptures, what have you. Um, some cooking. When I share a little bit of what I'm eating, I'm getting back on that healthy kick. Also, you can check out my other YouTube channel, Mona's Vegan Lifestyle. You'll see a picture I have on a black and white dress, but it's green and have vegetables or whatever. Mona's Vegan Lifestyle. This page used to be Mona's Unique Life Experience. No, it used to be Mona's Unique Life. And then I put Mona's Experience Lifestyle or something. But I switched it over to Grandmother 5. I am um yesterday. I steamed some um oh god, what kind of hamburgers? So organic hamburger. That's what it is. Organic. So it's like vegan hamburger. I steamed it. Steam, yes. Ain't people steaming or isn't people steaming those what you call those burgers that's going viral? When I said that before, somebody said, "Oh, steam." Yes. And what that does is it takes the grease out and keeps the moisture in. And I season it of choice. But what's that? Magnificent Burger or something? I know Burger King's has the Impossible, but it's a burger that everybody is doing. Anywho, this is organic. And so I steam this season of choice. I don't use salt. I use garlic powder, onion powder, natural herbs, um, cayenne, not cayenne, but paprika, Italian seasonings. That is, I don't use salt. I don't use salt. I don't care, but my food is seasoned. And then I made some homemade, I guess you could say Mac sauce that they use them the Big Macs at McDonald's. And the only thing that is ketchup, mustard, mayo, and pickles. And I squeeze some lemon. It tastes amazing. And also, I state that too. Sometimes when you make things, you know what you're putting in it. I'm talking about especially if it's natural. Okay, so yes, I steam my hamburger. It don't take long, and the hamburger is so moist. And another thing I learned this from what's her name, Delicious Miss Brown, that come on the Food Network. She said if you grilling hamburgers, you can look it up. She said put an indent in it, and she said do not season it till you about to put it on the grill because she said that indent makes it stays moist. Yes, only thing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I put on that. What no meat. I use chili sauce. They have chili sauce. Not okay. Here we go. They got the chili with the beans, chili no beans, but they also have chili sauce. So the Fritos is natural corn chips. Okay. Then I put the chili sauce, some onions, and some organic cheese on the top. One might put some lettuce, one might put some sour cream, but I didn't want all that. That to me was just as good as can be. Okay, so chili sauce, the Fritos, and onions and cheese. Purple onions, yeah, my mama loved purple onions. They less heartburn I hear. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. So, yes, set your notifications, share my videos, like, give me a thumbs up, and I'm on here trying to make a difference. I told my daughter the other day, she's in the living room with her two babies. I said, you know what? When people hurt, oh, that's what's up. You better go ahead. That's what's up. Sounds good. I love beans. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I see there's 12 likes, four people. Also, I can tell if I was to get on my other phone. Okay, it's more than that actually. But anyhow, it's okay. Later on, more come on. I just hop on. Okay. Now when I start, thank you, and that's good. Set your notifications, honey. I'm trying. I love your energy. Thank you so much. I'm trying to make a difference. We already know what's going on in the world. I said a prayer for Palestine, I think it was earlier. Someone asked me to. I don't care who they are. They could be Muslims. Uh, that's their belief. I'm a believer. I ain't knocking nobody else's. Okay, just don't try to convince me to think that it's other than what I want to believe, because I know there's a higher power. For me, it is. Um, I pray for you. I pray for anyone. I said a prayer before this live got started. If you want to check it out, I said a prayer before I really got started on my live. And I look at so many people doing platform content creations and social media influencers. And yes, you have people doing good stuff. You got people doing crazy stuff. You got people doing funny stuff. You got people doing ridiculous stuff. Okay. That's their business. But why, I have this as an example, and then I'm gonna get off here. Why is it that a million people will look at someone, and trust me, I'm not mocking nobody if they skinny, small, because I read something. Just because you're small, that don't mean you're healthy. Matter of fact, it's a book I read. It's 52 principles for a healthier life or better life or something like that. Matter of fact, I can get the book right quick because I don't want to lie and quote me wrong. Oh, I got this book right here. Okay, here we go. It says 52 Principles for a Better Life, Rules to Live By. This book right here. Okay, this book right here. 52 chapters each. Okay, so this is what I'm getting to. I ain't lost my train of thought. It says in this book, I'm gonna get to the part where it said it at. Well, basically, if I can't write, I don't want to like just hog up the time for nothing. Um, it says eat right. This is what it says right here on 17. I read that yesterday, but it says lose 40 pounds in 30 days. Da 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 da. Okay, this is what it says. Vogue, VOGUE. I guess that's the magazine. Besides, some people are slender and still unhealthy. Okay, so I didn't say it. It's in this book. This is a good book. I'm on chapter 18, and it has like stories. It says forget, and then it'll tell you why, like the reflection on why it says that. Then on 19, it says be quiet. Okay, I don't know why. I read it before, but it's been a while. Get mad at the right things. Don't get mad at little things. Oh, Julie, shout out to you. That means a lot to me. This is my, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is a secret between me and you, okay? This motivates me. And when I say that, I don't just want to motivate myself. I want others to be motivated and move too. This is my way of saying, like I said, this done pull me out of a dark space and place. Hmm. Yes, very dark. I'm talking about like shut down, but not suicidal. I would never, and no one should, think to take my own life. But I have been so depressed, hmm sad, feel unloved, unwanted. I still feel that way. But this is the thing. It's for us to make a difference in how we want to feel. No one should make us feel the way we don't want to feel. So if I'm making any sense, basically I'm saying, why should we let people dictate how we feel? You better say that, Pop Cork, or Popcorx. I ain't even looking at your name. I remember because I see it. Why should we allow people to make us sad and cry? Because I'm gonna tell you something about me. If you want to make me sad, if you want to be mean to me and make me cry, stay away from me. And I truly mean that. I done worked on myself so long by myself. And it ain't no easy fix either. I done been an emotional eater, morbid obese. Yes, I have pictures, collages, and I refused again to go back that way because when I was like that, I looked at older. True, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this saying. I was looking older and I was younger than I do now. That's because I was in a dark place. I really didn't care how. Let me put that up. How I was feeling. I was stuck in that stagnant state of life until I said, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what changed my life. 2009. Yeah, 2009. I said 2010 is gonna be different for me. And boy, oh boy, you better. Everybody gets a high five on this live. Do you hear me? And it ain't no jive. I like to corny, but it's true. Um, I went through something so bad, and at that time I was 45. Yes, 45 years, 44. And I had a house full of people over my house, and my kids were there and everything, of course. And I don't know who called, but I ended up having to have the ambulance come. And I remember the guy that got in the ambulance, to help me in the back because I ended up going to the hospital. He got off. He got out the ambulance, went straight up to my son. Well, he didn't know, but he just had to tell somebody, I guess. And I didn't want to go, but he told me these words. He said, "I ain't letting you out of the back of this ambulance." My story, my testimony. Did I put anybody on it? Not just yet, but I will say this. When I got to the hospital, they did a EKG. Yes. And they had to call the specialist from home because it was after hours, basically. And that's what people don't realize. A lot of times, these doctors and stuff don't be at that hospital. They have to call them in. That's why they be on call. The man came in, he did a test on me, whatever they had to do. I got sent to my room. They said I didn't have no heart attack. They said I had an anxiety attack so bad. That's still bad because that's stress on your. People don't know anxiety is stress on your heart, your mind, everything, and you can panic and all kinds of things. So get to the point. They had a social worker come into my room. She was an African American woman. Yes, I said that because this is me being real on point about what I'm saying. And she asked me, was I safe at home? Questions like that, because wondering why I guess I had what I had going on. And at the time, I've been married twice. My second husband came in there and walked out. See, I'm skipping some parts. And when he walked up out of there, that lady said these words. And she also said this. She said, "Ma'am, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to say this." She said, "That's your problem." That's what the woman said. I didn't even tell the woman nothing. Matter of fact, I wasn't even in a state of mind of really running my mouth and talking because I was just so not there, right? They came in the room and put a nitroglycerin. Honey, you can overcome it. I'm gonna tell you the best thing to do when you feel like you have anxiety. What I'm doing now, talk about it. Don't sit in it. It's good to have a brown paper sack. Sometimes you gotta take breathe, and remove yourself around anybody that has that energy that's negative, and anyone that is maybe causing it. Always look at jolly things. They gave me a nitroglycerin tablet underneath my tongue. A lot of times people know what that is. A lot of medicine treats other situations too. Okay? True story. This is how jacked up I was. And when oh, and when they did that, that's when they end up sending a social worker in. They waited a while. I want to say about maybe an hour. I'm gonna give it an hour, maybe 30 minutes. And they came back in the room because it was monitoring me and told me that they see typically when I used to tell this story, I used to be bawling. Okay, it's a touchy situation, and yes, you can keep telling your story as long as you want to because you're touching other people. Like someone just said this in the comment. They have anxiety. I pray that you get that out of you. And I pray that whatever you're going through or what's caused it or causing it, don't be around it. Remove yourself from it. Stay in a positive realm. Stay in a positive setting. Look at positive things. Don't be focusing on some of this cruel and mean stuff that's going on in this world. No, we ain't escaping ourselves from running from the truth of life, but also you have a right to set your tone on how you want to live your life too. You ain't got to always have it in a negative setting. And that's what I worked on, and I'm working on it still. Yes, we all are a work in progress. Okay, so as I was saying, they was out maybe 30 minutes an hour and came back in the room and said that they was gonna have to give me another one, nitroglycerin tablet. One tear, when I say one, just came down my eye. Not this eye, one this eye. Yeah, I think it was this eye because depending on how I was in the hospital, I think it was my right eye. And he came in the room, that person, and that nurse, I mean, that's when the social worker said, hmm, when he walked out, she said, that's your problem. And when I tell you, 5 months later, that person was out of my life. I didn't take nobody back. I didn't backtrack, backpedal. No, you got to go. And when you're gone, you're gone. You stay gone. A lot of other stuff in between that happened too, and prior. But when I knew that my life somewhat was in chaos and health uh, emergencies and all these things that was going on with my body, I said, no more. No more. Mm-mm. And I give it all to God, my oldest daughter, my youngest daughter, and her husband for supporting me along that journey. Yes, my baby girl, my oldest daughter, and her husband. They all helped me. And in the midst of them helping me, how could I disappoint them and they want to support me? I had their support. And my oldest daughter said these words to me, and I never will forget. She said, Mom, I got you. She was, my baby girl had just turned 8. No, she was still 17 because she graduated high school when she was 17 because her birthday was 3 months afterwards because the way her birthday was. So she graduated when she was 17. And my oldest daughter, she graduated when she was 17 too. I'm saying it wrong with her. She went to school half a year. So basically, she didn't have to go. She went after after Christmas break. She didn't have to go back to school. She got a job at the school she went to. She was working in the cafeteria, and she worked from January, December until May. And she graduated. She was 18 because she had just turned 18 April. Typically graduations is in May, so that's how that happened. My youngest daughter, she graduated when she was 17 because her birthday's you graduate in May, her birthday's in August. They supported their mom. Now earlier I came on here and I said sometimes I feel like y'all, I don't know, God's just putting this in my mind and heart to say. And I'm not delusional. I'm not being like just trying to say things like I'm predicting futures and stuff like that because I can't do that. But I feel sometimes when I'm alone, like right now I'm in my room. Yes, I have uh, some people in the living room, which is temporary. But when everybody is gone, I have to deal with my own life issues and I don't have support. And I had said yesterday, last night, I'm being honest, I'm being in my truth. I said, is this going to be like this when I get older to where I need? Because I feel like right now, my opinion, my life, I'm just always alone. So I'm not going to try to turn this around because I said it earlier, and I'm going to leave it just there. And anyone that's going through anything, please work on yourself, work yourself through it, go through it, don't suffer alone, get help, talk to someone. And another thing, I'm going to leave on this note. I don't care who it is. Respectfully, it could be your mom, your dad, but your siblings and cousins and boyfriends and girlfriends and friendships and all the ships, okay? Don't let no one treat you other than the way you really want to be treated in a good realm. Remove yourself from them. And I did that. I have a dad. My dad's living, my mom's not. And I'm not talking bad about my dad. My dad is a southern man, a hardworking man, good man to me. In my eyes, my father was a good man. But my dad was not always in the home, meaning he was working all the time. My mom, she worked. She was a housewife, did other things. She catered. She was a planner. She did things for people that graduate. Plus, she was a license. Well, back then, just a babysitter. But she had multiple kids. She had like anywhere from probably six, and each one of them she knew because they was related to each other like the parents was. So they was cousins or whatever, and their parents had good jobs. And as I said before, I didn't get to graduate high school because I used to stay home to babysit my brothers, my siblings, and the kids. I'm gonna leave that there. But I did graduate in 2008. I got a high school diploma and certified nurse assistant. I went to certified nurse assistant school to get that certified nurse certificate. And I was a personal care aide. And I was a licensed daycare provider, had a daycare in my home, licensed and registered. Still, I'm just saying the things I've done. Still registered in the state I live in since 1999, November 1999 to be a registered child care provider. And what's the difference between license and register? Licenses where they come through the door. There's more intense things that you have to do and stuff like that. Registered child care providers should follow in that suit too, but they're not so up on it. You have to get a tuberculosis scan test. You have to get a FBI background screening, fingerprint. And that lady told me these words when she looked at my hands when I went in there. I started saying, is she a hand expert? You know how they have different experts in the courtroom? She looked at my hands and she said, mm. She said, don't you go do no crime. She said, your hands are so clean. And they are. I clean my hands so much to the point I get like little blisters right here because my hands, I wash them and should put more moisturizer on it. I don't do that because I find myself, since I said that, I got this right here. I got this at the Family Dollars. It's vitamin E moisturizer, double rich formula, moisturize dry skin. But anyhow, she said that, and I was like, whoa. So I'll just share with everyone today some backstory, some true stories, some never, none of them was lies. Okay, um, getting people familiar with me, what I'm about. I still ain't finished. There's other stuff to talk about. Hope I can touch someone's life to make a difference. And I think today I did. I had some wonderful people on my lives commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing, um, just down there, all in there talking. And I truly appreciate any and everyone that's came through, that spoke, and like my video. Set your notification if you want to know why. Give my videos a thumb up and help me grow. So on that note, Ohanas, we are family. You know why? Because it said so. Have a good one.